like to thank the grace of heaven, the mercy of the virtues of the masters, and the mercy of the grand predecessors and transmitters to give me this opportunity to continue this lead discussion on the Eightfold Path. Actually, right? Okay, the Eightfold Paths. Actually, you could talk for a lifetime. Okay, we could go in if you want, depending on how much in depth you want to go into. And here's another way of saying it. Another way of viewing this is actually all the Buddha's teachings, all the dharmas of the, I don't know how many thousands of sutras, I don't know, whatever, 10,000 sutras, actually they all are just different ways of explaining the Eightfold Paths in detail and in different perspectives. That's it. That's really it. And actually, it all comes from the Four Noble Truths. but we actually, that's it. That's it. So that's why the Eightfold Path is so key, so important. So if you really if we really understand the Eightfold Paths and the Four Noble Truths, then you'll understand all the sutras. Really, that's another way of looking at it. Okay. So therefore, I can't. There's no way. We can spend a whole lifetime in depth, studying this. But I'm just wanting to give you a little flavor, a little taste, an intro. Really, this is all introduction. Okay, intro to what the Eightfold Path is on the superficial level, which is what we covered last week, right? Last week. Well. Even before that, back in beginning of this year, towards January, February, I don't know at that time. At the superficial level, which is the worksheet, right? The word file. That's the basic. We call it the basic level or the superficial level. Okay, and then the Excel spreadsheet, right? Showing those three different levels, or the middle, the intermediate, and the advanced. That's the more from the Buddha nature perspective. That's the more advanced level. Okay, okay. All right. So right now, I mean, there's no way we can go into explore all the advanced levels, all the different little areas, because it's going to take too much time. My purpose is just to give you a overall view and make a connection from the basic level, from the basic level, from the superficial level, the initial stages level to the more advanced. That there is a connection, that they're all tied back to the Eightfold Path. That's essentially my intention, okay? Just to get you an idea, all right? And that's why it's also so important. Hopefully, you'll appreciate that. Even though Buddha talked about the Eightfold Path as his very first teaching, actually it goes beyond that. It really all the way to his last sermon, quote unquote, discourse, the Lotus Sutra and the Parinirvana Sutra, it all comes back, ties in to the Eightfold Paths. Okay, got it. So that just gives you a flavor. Okay, so there are different levels, degrees. All right. Okay, so I just want to make that connection. That's where the spreadsheet will, kind of illustrate or lays out. Okay, because this is the middle level, right? Is this? No, this is the basic. No, that's the middle level. No, that's the middle level, intermediate, middle cart, middle vehicle, or the deer cart. That level really is the next step from one step up from the basic level, right? More the superficial. Really, this level is all what you'll achieve arhatship. You know that at that level, you'll achieve. You guys know what arhatship is, right? Arhats, you know what an arhat is, lohan, right? Arhat level. That level, you achieve the arhats. You know that? At that level. If you can achieve all that, like the top, if you go to the top. Okay. If you go to the top, it's the four inverted views. Oh, no. Where did I leave off last week? I left off on the basic. Yeah, livelihood. Okay, then after that, that's all ethical behavior, right? Then you go down a little bit to the 6, 7, and 8, which is the proper efforts, proper mindfulness, and proper concentration, right? Okay, so the proper efforts are the 4 efforts, right? We know what they are. If you look at your Word document, right, which is what? Which is you have to, it's basically, it's all-encompassing, okay? It's everything. It covers everything. It means we have to get rid of anything that's bad or unwholesome, right? That already exists, right? It's in four, he divided into 4 ways. There are different ways of looking at it, but this is all-encompassing, okay? Then prevent anything that's bad from going to happen, right? Or from becoming present. And then to maintain, or you can say promote, right? Or develop. Maintain or develop anything that's good, that's already in existence, that's already present. And then also promote anything that's good that have not yet happened. Okay? So that basically covers everything, right? That covers everything, right? Something that's already exists or something that's not yet exists, right? So that covers everything. Okay, that's the very basic level. Okay, that's the so therefore if you have bad habits, you get rid of your bad habits. If you have bad tempers, you get, and then you also have to avoid or prevent anything bad, like or in the future. Okay, I cannot have bad temper, or I cannot do, right? Go that, okay? All right? Or if you have good habits now, you maintain it, and then you develop or promote some in the future, good habits, right? Or good things, okay? Good things. So maybe like today, I abstain from eating red meats for now, okay? But in the future, I'm going to abstain from eating all meats, or all fish, or all poultry, like that. Example. I'm just using example, okay? These are very basic, okay? It's like that, all right? Okay? And mindfulness, that's very important, okay? Remember, this category is all under what we call concentration, which means you focus. That means you make an effort, right? You have to concentrate. You have to, focus, concentrate, and strive for something, okay? So this is, okay? All right. Now, this proper mindfulness is very interesting. It's that, it's in 4 areas, right? It's one with everything's impermanent, right? And that leads to the first noble truth. But anyway, okay, so anicca, okay? That's all forms, all existence, everything, okay? All dharmas. He used the term dharma, small d, not teaching, right? Dharma. This dharma means all things, all anything, all things, all matter are impermanent. Because that relates to the first noble truth, right? Remember, which is what? Condition, right? Conditioned phenomena, remember, right? If you go up, it's conditioned phenomena, right? I revised it a little bit, the 4 noble truths, right? To give you guys a little bit flavor, okay? The 4 noble truths. The first one, truth of suffering, dukkha. Okay, in this specific case, life is a seed, but he also taught, basically, the general, that's more specific, but the generalized is conditioned phenomena. All existence, or all things, all everything is it's not perfect. Dukkha means it's not just suffering. It's incomplete. Okay. If you look, you go to page 1 that has definition of dukkha, but that's okay. Okay. Then the second mindfulness is all feelings, emotions, sensations are the cause of suffering. Very interesting, right? That's the second truth, right? Second noble truth. Remember, what is the cause of dukkha? Because we have emotions, we have sufferings. Actually, he already hinted in the first truth, which is he talked about the 8 sufferings, right? You're going to baku, right? He said it in the 8 sufferings, right? If you guys, birth, he talked about birth, what? Aging, sickness, and death, and 4 others, what? Being separated from your loved ones, being inseparable from people who dislike you or who are people who,
you don't like them.
Yeah. No, there's a term. I forgot.
Doesn't matter. Interact with people we don't like.
Yeah. And then the fourth one is what? Not getting what you desire, right? Not fulfilling what you desire, right? And then the fourth is what? The eighth. The eighth one. The eighth suffering is what? All. Well, he used dukkha too. He used the term. But all, we can say, sensations or feelings or perceptions arising from what? The 5 aggregates. That's called the mental formations or whatever, the cleaning aggregates. The 5 aggregates, Wu-Ying. You guys know what? So he introduced the 5 skandhas. So he, in the first noble truth, he already introduced the concept of the five skandhas. Basically, what from a Buddha's, from that teaching, what he's saying is that all living things, living beings, sentient beings, including animals, have the five skandhas, or five heaps. He called 5 piles, 5 heaps, which is what? 色, 受, 想, 行, 识. Or that's in Chinese. In English, you talked about that, right? You guys could refer to that specific lecture by Tai talked about the 5 skandhas, which is form, sensation or perception. We say thoughts, and then now the Chinese term xing, it is xing. It's really. I don't want to say action because don't say it's really a will, intention. You have an intent or volition to act. You get it? Because before you act, you have to have intention, right? A will. You have to have a will for an impulse. Okay, and then the 5th one is cognition or consciousness or mind. We can say, okay. So of the 5 skandhas, the first one is physical, right, as a form, and then the next 4 are what we call mental.
Yeah, you can say.
No, the first one is material.
Yeah,
It's form. It's material, right? And then the 4th one, the other 4 are all mental, with the mind, dealing with the mind, or different levels, in the different levels, right? Because you guys heard in marketing, cognitive dissonance, right? Anybody know what cognitive dissonance is? Buyer's remorse. That's one example. One example. So it has to do with the cognition piece. You get it? We all have, right? We first bought something, then we impulse, I saw something, it's beautiful, or it's cheap, or we think it's fantastic. You buy it. Then later on you say, geez, it's not perfect. It's not exactly what I thought it turned out to be. Like a beautiful car. That's a sexy looking car. I'm going to buy it since I have the cash. Boom. Then you buy it, you say, you have a buyer's remorse. That's called cognitive dissonance. Okay, get it? That's psychology. You know that? People in marketing use that, okay? But anyway, don't worry about it. But that's an example of cognition. Get it? Okay, anyway, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so he already introduced, that? Buddha introduced in the first Noble Truth, those 5 aggregates already, okay? Because that was the 8th suffering, get it? Okay? So he was introduced it. That's why everything's conditioned, okay? The what? Now, he went more into detail in the second teaching, second discourse, called the... Anybody know what the second discourse is called? Come on, you guys should know this. It's called the what? Ana Atma Laksana Sutra. Okay?
We guys should know this.
Ana Atma. Ana Atma. Wo. Laksana means trait. Wo Yin Jing. His second discourse, okay? Anyway, that's his second discourse. He went into more details about that and about later on about the conditioned, which is the second one. That's first, really. Okay, it doesn't matter. But I'm just went into more detail. But so you guys should understand this. And then the third mindfulness is what? Impure. That our body is not pure. Okay, it's not pure. Some people say, "Oh no, body is pure." No. I guess those people never had to change diapers, never had to whatever. Okay, so anyway, all right. Then the 4th is mental qualities. Okay, that just means mental quality means that all phenomena, all existence, all phenomena, all objects, all forms, okay, all dharma has no self nature or anatta, or another way of saying it's all another way of saying everything is dependent. Everything is conditioned, in other words. Get it? Everything's conditioned. The earth, the reason why the earth exists, it's because, what? There are certain conditions, right? The reason why we're born is because, what? Karma. We're driven by karma. Those are the conditions. Get it? Now, that's for an enlightened being. That's for normal being. Buddha is different, right? Buddha is different. But they still have to go through those conditioned mechanisms. So these are like mechanism. This is like the mechanism. What do you call that? The process. Okay. Now, these 4 mindfulness are very important. We'll bear in mind because when I go to the spreadsheet, the intermediate, I'll talk about. Okay. And then the last noble truth, noble path is the proper. We call it concentration. Okay. 镇定, right? Or samadhi. Okay. It's called samadhi. Samadhi just means a very deep meditative type of state, okay? A deep meditate. It literally means meditation. That's what it means, or concentration, okay? So it just means that, and then And then at the beginning level, when you focus on that meditative state, concentration, you can attain those 4 dhyanas, the 4 levels of dhyanas, which is dhyana is like a meditative state. Yeah, it's a state of meditation. You know, people are big on meditation nowadays, right? You can achieve those 4, and those 4 dhyanas really will lead to what we call arhatships. Okay, but then so that's it. Now it's very interesting, right? Remember the eightfold. Let's step back and see the forest, okay, and the trees, okay. Remember, it's divided into what? Three categories, right? The first 2 are what? The first 2 is proper view and proper understanding, proper thoughts are what we call what? Wisdom, part of the wisdom category. And then the next 3, right? The 3rd, 4th, and 5th, right? Proper what? Speech, proper actions, conduct, and proper livelihoods are what we call ethical conduct, ethical conduct. And then the last 3, right? Proper mindfulness, right? Proper efforts, mindfulness, and proper concentration are what we call dhyana or concentrated samadhi. Okay, so those 3, by the way, FYI, okay, those 3. Anybody can summarize it? You know what they are? Hello. San Wu Lou Xue. Anybody know what that means? San Wu Lou Xue. Remember this glossary? It's right. It's on the bottom of the first page. The 3 non-outflow studies, or 3-4 practice, or 3 pillars. Guess what? That's the Eightfold Path. Get it? Anybody know? That's the Threefold Path. Okay, that's Eightfold Path. So Threefold Path. I get confused. Okay, it just means the three non-outflow studies are what? Moral discipline. That's the ethical conduct. The second one, meditation or dhyana. That's the concentration. And then third, wisdom or prajna. That's the first 2. Get it? So that's why the Eightfold Paths are essential, because only through the 3 non-outflow or San Wu Lou Xue can we achieve Buddhahood. Get it? Okay, and what are the 3 non-flow studies can help us cure? The what? The 3 leakages. You understand? The 3 leakages. Get it? The San Lo, the 3 outflows. Because it's the 3 outflows, the 3 leakages, or the 3 outflows that lead us to constant samsara. Get it? Get it? So the only way to transcend that is to follow the 3 outflow studies, or more specifically, the Eightfold Path. Understand? So that is the basis, the foundations of all Buddha teachings. You know that? All Buddha sutras. They just do it in different levels, degrees of, you can say, difficulty or understanding, and also different perspectives. But they all come back to the Eightfold Path. Understand? Make sense? Make sense? That's why it's so important. Understand? Okay. So now. So remember from the concentration piece, right? In the seventh and eighth, actually they all go back to your thoughts too. Okay, you get it? The concentration will also go back to your thought, to the first one. So it's a cycle. You get it? It's not so in the beginning we follow first step, second step to the eighth. You get it? But actually at the 8th level you come back to the first, because 8th at the concentration the key is, yes, you want to develop a sense of deep meditative state. It's because what? You're going to get rid of all desires, right? All ambitions, all motivation, all that. It's to realize to have awareness of your Buddha nature. But then at the same time, when you're doing that, you're also revealing your wisdom. Understand? So now we go to the panel. So that's why I say concentration becomes awareness. Get it? San Gui Yi, okay, that's the 6th patriarch, or it's 5th patriarch. I think it's the 6th patriarch, okay? The concentration turns to awareness. That's the internal side. The external side is a Buddha. You get it? You have that Buddha nature. You are aware of your Buddha nature. You get it? Okay? And then if you move up a little bit, Tai, the second one, the first, go to the top. Yeah, the wisdom is what? Zhen. It's a Chinese, it's called Zhen. I think it's called Zhen. It's translated as Zhen. Zhen, right? Zhen. It means it's the Zhen of the Wu Sang Zhen Den Zhen Jue, the Zhen. Okay, that means I translate as uprightness. It just means that everything is perfect. I think in Sanskrit it's called samyak. Samyak. It means from wisdom you have perfection. You get it? Because it comes from the wisdom and perfection is part of our Buddha nature. It's part of that oneness. Understand? Okay? It's one and the same. It's just that from the outside, we say that's wisdom. From the inside, it's perfection. You understand? It's okay? Okay? Now, so I call it uprightness. I mean, it means perfection. It just means everything is complete, perfect. Okay? 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 And then, from the precepts, right? From the second category, if you go down a little bit, go down. Yeah. From the ethical conduct, which is precept, it becomes purity. That means everything it's called jing, right? In Chinese, it's called jing. So it's the three is zhen, jing, jue. You get it? That's all internal. This is all internal. What's the external? It's the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Get it? The Sangha is the what? Community. It's external. So in all our behaviors, if we are conducting ourselves pure, like a Buddha, it's what? You see it in the Sangha. You get it? So that's the internal. The purity is the internal. The Sangha is the external. Get it? The awareness is the internal. The Buddha is the external. We say, oh, you're a Buddha. You get it? Because we see you as a Buddha. You get it? That's the external, right? And then the top section is the what? The Dharma. The teachings are perfect. Because what Buddha was talking about is the Samyak Dharma, the highest teaching, right? The supreme Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, right? That's the highest teaching. You get it? Okay, so that's the three bodies. So a lot of times when we go to Buddhist temples, they all talk about the external side. You get it? They all talk about the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. But they don't realize that there's an internal side. Okay? And this is what the Eightfold Path is also leading. Okay? Also talk about. All right? So now let's talk about the, since I don't have that much time, right? We go to the intermediate panel, right? The intermediate or the middle or the deer cart. That's what the Lotus Sutra says, right? Lotus Sutra call it the deer cart. Okay. At the very top, right? The four inverted views. What are the four inverted views? Remember on the spreadsheet I talked about number 7th path, which is proper mindfulness, right? Awareness of what? Regard to mind, feeling, body, and mental, right? Mental objects or mental qualities, right? What are the four inverted views? The four inverted views are the opposite of that. So they think that the mind is permanent. Some people say, oh, my consciousness is permanent. When I die, my consciousness will exist someplace. That's wrong. That's an inverted view. Get it? So they say, so 观心, the proper one is, in Chinese, is 观心无常, right? But the inverted view, the opposite view, 观心无常 means that the mind is impermanent, anicca, okay? So the inverted view is what? That the mind is permanent, or the consciousness is permanent. Or remember the fifth consciousness, right? I mean, the fifth aggregate, right? The mind, right? The cognition or the mind. People think, oh, that's eternal. You get it? That's eternal. That's an inverted thought. Understand? So 观心有常, right? That's the inverted thought. You get it? Okay. The second mindfulness is that what? We think that, oh, all our feelings, emotions, what? Is what? Happiness. So some people say, hey, I love you. Oh, I care about you. That's joy. That should be joy. It's true, superficially, but they don't realize that these things don't last, right? Those two are also conditioned, right? Okay? So people say, oh, that's not suffering. That's pleasure. That's happiness. That's joy. Well, that's an inverted view too. See, because from Buddha's point, we should not confine to say suffering. It's really just incomplete, imperfect. Our feelings of joy, pleasure, love, happiness, etc., all the good feelings, we say, good sense, are still not complete, not completely satisfactory. You understand? So they say what? 观受有乐, right? 观受是乐, right? 观受是乐, right? That's the second mindful. 观受接受的受是乐, right? 快乐的乐. So that's an inverted view. We people say, oh, isn't joy, happiness, true happiness? I mean, isn't that considered good thing, right? Good. So Buddha's saying that's wrong too. Okay, so that's an inverted view. Okay, then the third one says 观身不净, right? 清净的净, right? Or 不清, yeah, 不净. 观身不净. Regarding our human body is pure. That's an inverted view. Okay, and then the fourth one is with regard to 什么观什么观什么 well, what's the Chinese term? Hold on 1 second. I have it someplace. Hold on 1 second. 观法 dharmas. That means all things, all objects. 无我, right? That's the proper way. But then they say 观法有我. That all objects, have essence, have their own self-nature. That's an inverted view. So they say, oh, in the cosmos, the galaxy, there's a essence behind it. There's a spirit. Like they say, oh, there's a spirit. Like the sun. Oh, they say the sun has a spirit. I mean, that's actually not true. Okay? All right? Because sometimes it's eternal. Sometimes there is something eternal in the sun. That's wrong. Okay? All right? So that's the 4 inverted views. Understand? So that comes from the 4 mindfulness. So we have to get rid of that. Understand? So if you really truly understand the 4 mindfulness on the next level, you'll be able to get rid of those 4 inverted views. All right? Understand? Okay? Understand? So then, now, what are the 62 fallacious and 88? The 62 fallacious views are based upon, that's the 62件, right? 62件. It's based on the 5 aggregates. That's why I mentioned the 5 aggregates. All right? So it's related to the proper understanding, okay, which is what? The first noble truth, right? Okay? The 4 noble truths, really. Okay? Where are you?
Huh?
Where are you?
Where are you? Where
No, yeah, go to that panel. I'm still on the second panel, man. The second panel. Now, I just want to talk a little bit. Just talk. You know, there's the 62 fallacious views. Anybody knows what the 62 fallacious views are? You know how they get it? In ancient India, yeah, right there, 60. Yeah, I'm still on top there. I'm going detail. Okay, yeah, above, go above. Yeah, go above. Yeah. We're still on the middle path, guys. Okay, the Arhat path. The Arhat path. Okay, the Arhat. Yeah. Okay, you know how you get to that? Because some people ask, oh, where did the 62 come from, or the 88 come from? I just introduced a little bit. Okay, the 62 is based on the 5 aggregates. You know that, right? The 五蕴, okay? 5 aggregates. And they're based upon the 3 lives. The 3, san xing, the past, present, and future. Understand? The 3 timeline. You know, you can say spatial, right? The 3 3 time periods, we can call it, right? So it's the 5 aggregates in relationship to the 3 time periods of the past, present, and future. And of the past, we ask those 4 questions, right? There are 4 questions in each period. There are 4 questions, or 4 states. You can say 4 outcomes, 4 potential outcomes. Either it's permanent, or not permanent, or both, or neither permanent, neither not permanent. You get it? So there are 4 outcomes, right? 4 possibilities in each lifetime. So 4 times the 5 aggregates. Get it? 4 times the 5. Those 4 outcomes times the 5 aggregates is what? 4 times 5 is what? 20. So 20 in the past, right? Then 4 in the present. Okay. Wait, is it? Yeah. The present now is not. It's not those 4 outcomes are permanent because that's in the past, right? The present has to do with space. See, the past deals with the time dimension. Maybe that's a better. Then the present category or realm, they talk about space. Is it boundless? Is it bounded? It has boundaries. One is no boundaries. Boundaries have both boundaries and no boundaries, and have neither boundaries and neither no boundaries, whatever. Those 4 possibilities of that dimension, right? The boundary, the space dimension. So 4 times 5 aggregates is another 20. And then in the future, it has to deal with coming and going, you know. Okay, so are the 5 aggregates in the future? What? In the future, is it going? Not going? Is it both? Or neither, right? Both going, not going, or neither going, not going. Okay? So that's 4 times 5. That's another 20. So that's what? 60, right? 20 in the past, 20 in the present. 20 in the past relate to time dimension, or timeline. 20 in the present relating to the space dimension, and 20 in the future. So that's 60. So how do I get the 62? What's the other two? The two extremes. Eternity and non-eternity, or eternity and annihilation. That's the other two. You get it? That's the overriding, okay? All right? So that's the 62. Understand? So Buddha said, if you could you got to get rid of all those 62, okay? And after you get rid of 62, then there's the 81. I don't want to talk about 81. It gets too complicated because it's based on the three forms, three realms. Sorry, the 欲界、色界、无色界. Okay, the three realms times the it's too complicated. The degree, it's too complicated. It's based on the 10 views. The next one down, the beige, is that the beige, or I don't know what it's called, gold color. Okay, it's based on those 10 views. 10 views. Anybody know what the 10 views? 五顿四跟五力四. Get it? Those are the 10 views. It's based on the 10 views and the three realms. And that's how you get to the 88 and 81. 81 is more complicated. But just FYI, you guys understand, we have to be aware, okay, of what the 10 views are, right? Those are the 10 wrong views, okay, by the way, generally. Eradicate the 5 dull vices, which is what? Greed, anger, ignorance, pride, and doubts. Okay, the doubts. That's the five we call dull vices or temptations, which is one of the 5, what are the 10 wrong views? Then the next one, the 5 king views, the views of ego, self, right? Extreme views. Oh, it has to be this or that. You get it? It's eternal, but it's not eternal. Get it? Okay, that's the extreme views. And then deviant views. You know what deviant or perverse views are? Deviant or perverse views are views like, oh, I understand it, but you really don't understand it. That's wrong. Okay, that's just like a false view. You can say it's a type of false view. It just means that. Okay. Oh, I really understand it, but you really don't. Okay, or something like that. Okay. And then what was the other view? The next one is stubborn, perverted views, like views like I deny, I don't care, even though there's such thing as causality or karma, I still don't recognize it. Don't agree with it, or don't. Okay, that's a stubborn view. Okay, stubborn. Again, and then the last one is the rigid views. Rigid views, it deals with saying, oh, according to the sutra, I should only practice 1, 2, 3. I should follow 1, 2, 3. This steps. Wrong. Okay, that's a rigid view. Understand? Rigid. That means you're inflexible. Get it? Okay. So those are the 10 views. So those 10 views we have to get rid of. We have to get rid of. And if you could do that, you could get rid of the 88 deluded views and the 81 cognitive. By the way, if you get rid of the 88 deluded, get rid of the 62 fallacious and the 88 deluded views, you know what you become?
And all.
Yeah, good. It's first level arhat. It's called 须陀洹, right? 须陀洹. Srotapana, stream enter, 静路流, right? That's 静, it's 须陀洹. Okay, that's the 梵文的 translation. 许准许的 no 许这个三许陀耳朵的旁须三横跟那个 yeah like that yeah 须陀洹 that's Srotapana. That's the first level arhat, by the way. So if we can get rid of the 62 fallacious and 88 deluded views, you become at first level arhat. Well, we call Srotapana. And then if you get rid of the 81, you can become, part of the 81, you become what we call the second level arhat, or sacred agama. Okay, and if you get rid of the 80, the first 9 grams, too detailed. It's called the anagaman, or anahan, right? There's the 斯陀洹, and anahan. Those are the second and third degree, second and third level, right? It's called the once returner and the never returner. That's the literal translation, okay? And then if you get rid of all 81 delusions, you become an arhat. You become an alohan, okay? Alohan. That's so basically, the second panel. If you go down, Tai, even to the 8 samadhis of emancipation, people say, oh, I like to focus, I like to meditate. You achieve the first 3 meditations, which is the first 4 dhyanas. That's arhat. That's an arhat. You get it? The details are below, Tai. Yeah, below. Yeah, okay? All right, below the panel. I talk about the details. So no matter what, how much we cultivate, right, in this level. But don't forget, this level, see, remove passion, those are the first 4 dhyanas. That if you can meditate, reach that 3 levels, that 3 samadhis, those 3 samadhis, you achieve the 4 dhyanas, which means you become an arhat. Get it? Okay, so now go up a little bit, go up to the middle section of this panel. I don't have time, but anyway. Yeah, I just want to show. Yeah, go further up. Yeah, right there. Actually, the process of attaining that arhatship level, we have to remember on the conduct. How do we conduct ourselves? Not just meditate. We don't just meditate. Yeah, meditating is part of it. It's part of it. You have to do all that too. You have to achieve the observance or practice of 3,000 awe-inspiring. Just a wei yi. Yeah, wei yi. You know what wei yi means? Awe-inspiring, dignifying. Okay, all that. You got that. And the 4 postures. I want to say that because a lot of times when we sit, we don't sit properly. When we stand, we don't stand properly. When we walk, we don't walk properly. When we sleep or recline, we don't. Sleep is one part. Recline. I notice a lot of that. Okay, all right. And we got to be mindful. Be mindful. When we stand and talk, we have to make sure we are doing it in the right place at the right time. Okay, all right. Okay. That's the 84,000 fine and minor practices. You have to achieve all that to become an arhat, by the way. So how long is it going to take? Lifetime. Get it? So that's why it's called the intermediate level. It's called the slow cultivation. This is the jian shu, right? Jian shu. It's this. Understand?